What's up guys, we're back with another video with the Dodge Dakota. So today we are tackling, as you can tell, front struts. The bushings are shot, the seal up top is shot, the whole thing is just shot. So I went ahead and replaced them, just like the upper ball joints. I'm getting the lower ball joints later with the, as you can see, the KYB gas adjusts. So what you're going to need to do, obviously you're going to need to jack the car up. Make sure you use the jack stand. Even though I didn't use one, don't follow what I do. You're going to have to go ahead and take the lug nuts off. They're usually 19 mil for the 6 lug pattern. You could probably switch up lug nuts, or someone could swap them out. You know, 19 is not a set thing. If someone's been in there messing with it before you, it might not be a 19. It could be a 21, 22. It could be like a tuner lug setup with splines. It's a 19 though. 19 from the OE stuff. What you're gonna need, obviously the jack. I'm just using the emergency jack that comes with the truck. You already saw the shock setup, which is the KYB gas adjusts. The old ones, I'm assuming, I'm not sure what they are, but they look OEM. The truck has 100,000 miles on it, so I'm gonna say they never probably swapped them out. I went KYB gas adjusts all the way around, including with Mevotech sway bar bushings over here. I'm still waiting for the actual sway bar bushings up front. Mevotech upper and lower ball joints. I need to fill this one with grease, as you can tell, which they do have a grease access port, which I made a video on. But yeah, so if you're going to be doing this, obviously you got to get up top, and you'll see the nut down there. Right there, that's the new one. This one, OEM for me, was 13 mil. These KYB ones are actually 9/16, or I'm assuming 14 mil. When you tighten them down, I usually just tighten them down until the rubber stops, or the rubber basically seals, and then the strut will actually spin itself. Like the whole strut assembly will actually spin. You can use a wrench and then hold the top of it to torque it all the way down, but usually if you just do that, they hold themselves in place. Especially with these ones have a double nut setup, which the top one sets it and the bottom one sets it, and the top one locks the bottom nut in place so it can't move. Realistically, that's pretty much all you got to really do with that. For the people that actually want OEM specs or torque specs, I will link them in the description down below. But let's get into what it all takes. So OEM wise, you're gonna have the nut on top, which is gonna be a 13 mil. Go ahead, break that loose, or at least break the nut loose all the way till it's like probably about 2-3 threads from the top. That way it's still on but not off. That'll help you for later on when you go down here, which is also going to be 13 mil up underneath. Let me get some lighting here for you guys. It's going to be 13 mil on both ends of the strut. So you got this nut 13 mil, nut over here 13 mil. Once you release these two nuts, it's going to spring out if it still has some life left. This one was like holding a, I don't even know, it didn't want to spring itself back out. It's still compressed, as you can see. This shock is, or this strut is destroyed, along with the bushings are destroyed. Here's the washer. So if you're wondering about the orientation on this, if they don't come pre-assembled, it's going to go from the strut itself to the washer. Make sure the washer's upside down and it folds down. There's a little stopper. The bushing is going to have like a little nipple on the end of it. You push that down. When that's all assembled, you can put it in place, and then on top of it there's another bushing, nipple down, push that down, and then there's another washer, and you put the washer cup down, and then you put the nut on top, and then you can fasten the bottoms. Now with the bottoms, you're probably going to need a jack like I have to compress the spring back in, so you can actually bolt the bolts down. That way it obviously doesn't come out. As you can see, it's fairly simple though. I need to replace my bump stops because, as you can see, they are destroyed as well. But like I said, this has been an ongoing project. Tie rods, bushings, upper ball joint, lower ball joint, new brakes, bearings, calipers, brake lines. I've been going all in on this thing, just trying to bring it back because it's a useful tool. Trucks are actually pretty helpful. You can access the top of it through here, through the fender well, but it's not really all that helpful. I just went through the top of the engine bay, but you could technically take off these little push clips and then actually take this whole cover off, and that would probably make it a little bit easier. Now let's go ahead and get into the parts. So obviously, like I said, you're gonna need a 19 for the lug nuts, 19 for that. You're gonna need a 13. I'm using a Torx, a Torx socket, so I have a step down from 1/2 inch to 3/8, so I can use it on my ratchet. And then I have the trusty dusty cobalt gun, which that's hit or miss. Sometimes it's great, sometimes it sucks. Hit or miss. Some of you guys are Milwaukee guys, some of you guys are Snap-on guys, or Ryobi, or whatever you want to call it. It's pretty much all the same thing, even though this thing is humongous. So put that out of the way. So here is the struts that I'm using. Like I said, KYB Gas Adjust by KYB Corporation. It's probably a terrible ad guy, but here we are. So the strut number is going to be KG5470, and made in Japan, all the Japanese seals and all that good stuff. These were about 35 a piece, I want to say. I can't keep track. I've been buying so much stuff for this, I can't even keep track anymore. I'm just trying to be honest. But yeah, so that's going to be the struts you're going to use. Now mine is a 95 3.9 auto 2-wheel drive. I already did the backs. I posted a video on that, so if you haven't checked out, go ahead and check the videos out on that, because I have like an ongoing project list with the Dakota, doing all this updating and stuff. The Jenny, I'll make another video explaining that. Back to the truck, I am going to make another video with the truck explaining a couple, like maybe top 5, top 10 common issues with these things, because let me tell you, there is a lot. I've had some cars, you guys, but good old Dakota here is giving me a run for my money. As you can see, I've already done the valve covers, all that. If you guys watch my older videos, I talk about all this stuff a lot, so it's probably, I'm beating the horse to death. Bought the intake for it, not this one, this is OEM, but I bought another intake for it, so I'll make a video on the install on the cold air intake or hot air, depending on how you perceive it. But yeah, just trying to give you guys a quick video on all of that stuff in the future. I should get the intake here Wednesday to Friday, I want to say. So yeah, I'm trying to wrap the truck up before I get the Subaru back, because I have a bunch of stuff I have to do with the Subaru still for YouTube, along with the Jenny here. She's got some rod knock on her, and she needs a new bottom end. I thought about doing maybe like a little test video, because the motor's already shot, at least the bottom end. I thought about maybe seeing if I could band-aid it and throw a new bearing in it to see if it would last. Either way, I'm just getting a new short block, because I beat that car pretty bad. Donuts, burnouts, all the good stuff. I'm surprised it actually held up for 3 years, but that's for another video. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Like I said, torque specs, parts list, all that good stuff, and a tool list, that's going to be down in the description. If you do have a bolt that was stuck though, I had both of these were pretty stuck for me. They would not come off. That one I tried chopping in half, it still did not come off, so we had to I had a friend, he had helped me use a nut extractor on that one. That one blew apart, so the nut off that blew apart. And this one I just had him break it loose. Definitely try to use the impact gun. Don't try to do it by hand, because you're going to have to try to spin it faster than you can spin the rod itself, if that makes sense. Definitely just try to super fast spin these. But that's going to be it for today's video, guys. If you do want to see more videos on the Dirty Dodge here, the 3.9 V6 Dodge Dakota, or the Mustang over here, or the Genesis, or coming back soon, I hope, the Subaru SVX, go ahead, follow the channel. If you're not already, come on guys, subscribe to the channel. It's free, and plus you guys get to hang out with me. I mean, what's not fun about that? We have fun here. for the most part. I should do a video of behind the scenes, because you guys would probably die laughing watching me break some of this stuff loose, because I can't believe how much rust and stuff it's been on this. It almost drives me nuts. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and end the video here. Like I said, if you aren't already, subscribe to the channel. If you want to help me grow the channel, go ahead and share it on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever you want to do it, and let's try to get this channel bigger. But besides that, that's gonna be it. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.